All right, this video is about putting a company on blast that needs to be pointed out. Now, this company I'm talking about is called Black Box Security. Now, let me give you the situation in the details so you understand how I feel about the situation. Now, NBA All Stars event, I work security for Black Box. All right, and it basically started Thursday, February 14th. That's when we met with all of our other staff and whatnot, and basically got our assignment of what we were going to do, basically doing the VIP section. All right, now the company didn't even have the crew that they needed before they got down here. Okay, they didn't even have everybody they needed. Thank God the three of us who came were there, or else they would have lost the contract. And it's scary when you can't trust the company anymore to even do what they said they're going to do. Now, my performance was not at all lack. You know, I did my job to the best of the abilities, got praise from the NBA head of security, you know, from the boss himself, telling me how I'm such a good worker. You know, you do your job to the fullest. But here's where the problem kicks in, okay? And the event was only a 3-day event, okay? Now, the pay was $14 an hour. Oh, I'm sorry, it was $13 an hour, okay? And well, it started off as 11, but the more I did and the later I stayed to help out extra, and I mean, I was taking like 2-minute lunch breaks, like 17-hour shifts and 2-minute lunch breaks, just grabbing a bite of food, and you know, I'm back on post because we're short staffed, you know. But basically, the event lasted all weekend, okay? So all the way up until Sunday. Now, Black Box Security is not stationed out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay, they're all the way out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. All right. Now, of course, I don't know the rules. Of course, I've worked security for a very long time. Not once have I ever seen this kind of behavior out of a company, but it is something to watch out for when it comes to these security companies. I mean, other people had different experiences. I can't say, you know, but so when the pay is what's the discussion here, and you could say it's going on its third week and I still haven't received a paycheck. So, and mind you, the paycheck is $512. It's not it's not like it was a lot of money, but at the same time, it's it's not like we don't live in the 21st century. There are plenty of ways to get somebody their check in a reasonable amount of time. So, deal is that what was not disclosed was how the pay was going to work. The only thing that we were told was your check was going to get mailed to you. And as of assuming what any other company is, as soon as you get back to headquarters, you sign the checks and you send them out. Apparently, that's not how it works. Now, what was failed to be disclosed to us was that the NBA had to pay them first before we even got our checks. Okay? Now, this is the third week, going on the third week. And trusting companies has become a big problem. And I've run into a lot of companies that may seem good on the outside, but no sooner than I'm hired and I get through the door, it is just a massacre. I mean, it's crazy. But what I don't like about this situation was not only the lack of information that was told when you know, when I called the lieutenant or when I text the captain or the owner, I can never get a straight answer. And it's what bothers me. I couldn't even get a straight answer. Either they didn't know if first the check, they had to wait for the check. All right. And then next they had to wait for the check to clear. Okay. And so after today, I asked, hey, well, do you know anything that's, what's going on with the check situation or whatever? Because, we kind of live like a regular Americans who pay their taxes. We live paycheck to paycheck. This is America. So, and at the end of the day, I was never given an answer. I was given all these vague answers and we don't know, or basically who I was talking to didn't know. The owner of the company doesn't hit you back. So you start to feel like that you can't trust the company, And like I say, if this was the paycheck that I needed for a life-threatening situation, which, I mean, it kind of is, in a way, because I still have bills to pay regardless of whatever they had to do. I still have bills to pay, you know. And like I say, I don't know how the payment system worked, but you would have thought it would have worked better than what it did. But this is just my experience with Black Box. But basically what I'm trying to put out there is be aware of these companies. I mean, even my partner's company as it is, you know, she works for a call center for basically United Health, call center rep. Okay. Now you would think it'd be a secure job making $15 an hour, right? You would think that. It's not. It's not. Not the slightest. Not even the slightest. And you know, missing the bus one day is one thing, okay? But, you know, she's had situations where missing the bus could cost you your job. So if you can't depend on public transportation, you can't depend on the company to pay you the way that, you know, you should be paid. What can you depend on in this country? And this is the scariest part. You know, this is addressing problems that I'm sure many Americans have. You know, where's the money? You know, we work our butts off and yet we still get shitted out of everything. So what this video was about, just it's just more of watching these companies. It may seem good on the outside, but you know, something's going on underneath the rug. Because I've never had this kind of problem before out of any other company, but it seems like, you know, Charlotte, North Carolina has the most craziest nonsense ever. But other than that, I'm going to end the video, but I just wanted to share with you guys my experience that I have so far.